Hey there, this is a talk on a couple of things, but one of the things I want to do is kind of a video response. Horror Freak 1986, aka Melissa, recently, well, she did a video a while back on Rob Zombie done with horror. Basically talking about whether Rob Zombie should be done with horror, whether he should go to a new genre, whether he should just give up directing that altogether. And considering I've taken some pot shots at Rob Zombie about Halloween 2, I figured, yeah, I probably should address this one. And my answer might surprise you. First up, though, I got to give a big shout out to the new channel coming up, the Horror Globe. Going to be on that one along with a lot of really talented people. I actually shot a 29-second intro for it today. We were all doing little intro things, and it took me an hour and a half to get it done. Oh man, crazy stuff. Anyway. Watch for the Horror Globe, new channel. Hopefully going to be some really cool stuff on there. And now on to Horror Freak 1986. And by the way, if you haven't subscribed to Melissa, she's got some really cool stuff, so subscribe to her. That's my shout out for today. I haven't done a shout out in a while, and every once in a while I just go on a shout out random YouTubers that I really like. And I've been watching Psychotronic stuff. Check out his blog too, by the way. Psychotronic Broadcast is doing a blog that kind of as a companion piece with his channel. And even though he doesn't like tea, I'll give him that a shout out anyway. You all know, guys know the rest of the guys: Falagar, Moods, Joseph Horrors, all the rest of the guys. Yeah, I don't want to turn this to a shout out video, just getting some out there. Anyway, I digress. Rob Zombie, should he pack it up with the horror genre? No. Not at all. I was not a fan of Halloween 2, but that being said, Rob Zombie is one of the few actual horror fans that's making films not for the buck and not for the budget, but making films that he actually has some investment, emotional and investment in. He's making unique films. Well, people say, he rips off a film from the 70s, and then no, Rob Zombie is influenced by the films of the 70s because that's the genre that he enjoyed the most. That is what he came into and liked. When you watch a Tarantino movie, you don't think just, oh man, Tarantino ripped off those Italian Fernando Del Leo movies. No, you think he was inspired by those things because he grew up watching that stuff. Me, if I went out and made another movie, or made a movie myself, 9 chances out of 10, I might make a slasher film, and the reason for that is, and probably a trippy one, because I grew up watching a lot of slasher films in the 80s. Rob Zombie is obviously enamored with horror, from his music to his films, and he does have a voice out there, whether you like his stuff or not. And overall, I have actually enjoyed most of his stuff. A lot of people didn't like House of a Thousand Corpses, and I gotta say, it does unravel a bit at the end, but it's a fun ride. And not one of my favorite films, but it was different enough and fresh enough that I could really take it for what it was. I didn't look at it and say, "Oh my God, look, this is definitely a Texas Chainsaw Massacre ripoff." Oh no, oh no, no. I understood where he was going with it, and Devil's Rejects. I really, really, really enjoyed that film. I thought it was a great work for the horror genre, and it was something different, something that I really enjoyed. And with so much crap out there, just flooding your Netflix boxes that shouldn't be, just some boring crap like Serbian film and stuff like that. It's really nice to see stuff like Devil's Rejects that just has some interesting characters, and it has a place that it's going, has a great soundtrack. Rob Zombie is great with soundtracks. I hated Halloween 2, but I love its soundtrack. Next up is Halloween, his remake. Again, I don't know. Was not a big fan of it originally, but I can take it. I can't consider Halloween as another film totally. It wasn't that bad. And the thing that I liked that everybody hated the kid at the beginning, the whole aspect of him before he becomes an adult, and most sacrilege. But although I don't like it as a concept for explaining Michael Myers, I do like just the way that it was done. It was different. I wish it wouldn't have been called Halloween. I wish it had been called something else, because there are some great performances in that film. The soundtrack is incredible, and the shooting of the film is actually pretty damn good. Part 2 unravels faster than you can. It's just nothing about Part 2 comes across right except for the music. Even the cinematography isn't up to par with the first Halloween. Its characters are written badly. It seems like he fell out of love with the film when he was making it, because it's just a hodgepodge, a mess all over the place. Again, I know we wanted to go up to film. It doesn't work for a Halloween film, and it really didn't work for that film. Dude, make an original film using some of that stuff. Maybe people can get with it, but no, that was a really, really bad film. I have not seen Lords of Salem yet, but I've heard a lot of good stuff about it. And Lords of Salem will be one that I will buy on Blu-ray, and I'll buy it at retail price. And why will I buy it at retail price on Blu-ray? Because independent original horror, or trying to do original horror, basically, that type of stuff I want to support. I'm going to go there. I'm going to support guys like Zombie when he's doing Lords of Salem. I'm going to support stuff like A Little Bit Zombie, a little known horror comedy that I actually had a lot of fun with. If you haven't seen it, A Little Bit Zombie is kind of a fun film. So no, Rob Zombie, make what you want to make. If you feel burnt out, definitely take some time and do another film genre. Make a thriller. I don't see you going much into the drama stuff, but I don't know. Surprise me. But I hope you do come back to the horror, and I hope you don't make another remake, because yes, no, you do have talent, a lot of talent, but it's not in remakes, it's in originals. So let's see some more of that stuff. Let's see some more original work from you. I guess you said what you had to say with the Firefly family, which is quite a shame, because I really did like that, the whole Firefly family thing. And Rob Zombie's one of those guys that I think if I ever met him, we would probably talk for hours about our geeky horror stuff that we like. It's actually pretty cool that way. So, no, I don't want Rob Zombie leaving the genre. I want Rob Zombie doing more with the genre and getting better. We all get crapped on. My first film that I wrote, I thought would be fantastic. And even if they'd followed the script, it still wasn't the best film in the world. And I had no, illusions of anything otherwise than it could be a passable film that I'd written in like a day and a half, and gotten a decent paycheck for it. And actually, the first film, I didn't get a decent paycheck. It wasn't until later on I got a decent paycheck. But anyway, when it did become a film, and a short film, they shaved off like a good 60 minutes of the film. I kid you not. It was a mess that even I couldn't recognize. So stuff happens in the filmmaking process that sometimes gets taken out of our hands. And as somebody that had their work bastardized, yeah, I get that Rob Zombie gets frustrated with producers. I get that. And that he has a vision that he wants to make and doesn't come across a lot of times. And sometimes he just has to censor and cut it so much that it doesn't then the vision that he started with is completely gone. I hope that I answered your question, Melissa, and definitely subscribe to our channel if you guys haven't. There's a lot of really good horror voices here on YouTube, and I'd love to hear more from everybody. And TJ, when you're doing a comment on my video, like the 12 Anchor Bay releases, video comments work best. Just saying, dude. Video comments work awesomely best. And The I'm gonna send it things next week. You'll have your birthday present there. And the cool lucky thing with that is, and I won't tell you this one, is that, oh no I won't. No, I won't, because I'll leave it for when you open it up. So it's about the one I told you about. I got you a good edition of it. Thanks a lot for watching, guys, and gotta top this up right now because it's time for the the liquid refreshment that Psychotronic Broadcast has in version 2. It's time for tea.